Hello and welcome to an ambitious Cooking with Owen episode where I'm going to try and attempt to make a cheesy mushroom omelette. Let's see how it goes. Now, what's the first thing we do before we start cooking? Wash our hands. Now, I did say this was quite ambitious, but you know, if you look at the ingredients, it's actually not that many ingredients, but you know, cooking with eggs and trying to make a good omelette, I think, is not one of the easiest things in cooking. So I'm still calling this ambitious. For me, anyway. First, we've got to prep the ingredients, so I need to grate 25 grams of cheddar cheese. Get out my trusty weighing scales. Get out my trusty cheese grater. Get out my trusty bowl. Get out my trusty cheese. Man alive, this thing is vacuum sealed. I broke it. Thank God for editing, eh? Otherwise this would be super boring. Even more boring than it is now. Way! Burn on yourself. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting off a bit of cheese and then grating it. I'm going to keep grating until I hit 25 grams. I've just cut the worst cheese slice for grating ever. Hasn't moved off 0. Oh, 6. Oh wait, that was because I was pushing down it. Boom, there we go, 25 grams of cheese. Back goes the trusty cheese. Cheese. Voila. So I've got the cheese, and if you can't tell, that is the cheesy part of the cheesy mushroom omelette. Then we need to slice a handful of mushrooms. So you know what that means? It means I'm getting out my trusty mushrooms. So there we are, 1 handful of whatever type of mushroom this is. Next on the ingredients list is 2 beaten eggs. You know what that means? I'm getting out my trusty eggs. I usually beat my eggs with a fork, but if you want to use a whisk or anything, go right ahead. I am no expert in this if you can't tell already. Taking longer than I expected to beat these eggs. You'll also need a small handful of parsley leaves roughly cut. I'm not sure if I have any parsley. Would wild rocket do? We have this plant in our kitchen. Smells really nice. I've definitely seen my mum use leaves of it in cooking, but I don't know if it's parsley. I'm gonna use it anyway. Might be thyme. Smells intense, whatever it is. Alright, there we go. Roughly cut, whatever that means in cooking, I don't know. Right, now we've got all the ingredients together, we can actually start cooking. First off, I'm going to heat the olive oil in a non-stick pan. First thing you want to do is put in the mushrooms and fry them on a nice high heat. Now, mushrooms are one of the few things I've actually cooked many times before, and are pretty good at cooking. You want to let the mushrooms cook for about 2 to 3 minutes, give them a shake occasionally, wait until they're golden brown, nice golden brown. While the mushrooms are cooking, you want to mix the cheese and the parsley, or whatever green plant leaves you've taken to cook. Alright, so the mushrooms are done, and now I'm going to mix them with the cheese and the parsley. You know what, I'm going to spice this up a bit more. I'm going to throw in some German pepperoni as well. Because why not, really? I mean, this isn't exactly perfect, so throw in the German pepperoni. So I've cut up and thrown in a bit of German pepperoni as well. Let's see how it goes. Come on, fortune favours the bold. All food was created by experimentation. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, now it's time for the big stuff. Now the eggs are going in the pan. I'm going to cook the eggs. You don't cook the eggs for too long, literally about a minute. Like, really not long at all. Then you want to put the mushrooms and cheese ingredients onto half of the omelette and then flip it over to make that omelette. And then you just want to let that cook for a few more moments, then you can flip it over onto a plate and it's done. And voila, look at that. I am actually very impressed with myself, I have to say. That, my friends, is a cheesy mushroom and pepperoni omelette. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the return of Cooking with Owen. I'm very happy with myself with that. It could be a bit more enclosed and have all the stuff in the middle instead of falling out the edges a bit, but hey, You can't get everything in life. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Owen, and I'll see you in the next video.